you know, Wilco is basically Uncle Tupelo minus that songwriter and singer. Just taking for granted that you know nothing about this. So, but just wanting, you know, just being curious if anybody would still care, and all of those feelings, you know, just not knowing what was going to happen, probably led to the first record being a little bit more similar to Uncle Tupelo, and hoping that those people would still be interested. And in the end, after a year of touring and whatever, we figured out that fuck them. I don't. They're no matter what you do, you're not going to make them happy. You know, because Uncle Tupelo's gone. You know.
So how exactly did the name Wilco come about? Why did you stick that in there?
It was picked out of a dictionary. It's just radio jargon for "will comply," which I thought was a pretty ironic name for a rock band.
Will comply. I'd never heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay. And the album is dedicated to Spencer Miller Tweedy.
Yeah.
Is your son?
Yep. Yeah, he's 15 months old.
I see. Okay. But
he was born in the middle of the, you know, recording process.
So are you the first daddy in the band, or?
Yeah.
So it was an event for the entire band then, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, have you gone through personnel changes in the band very much, here?
And after the record was made, we replaced the fiddle multi-instrumentalist, banjo whatever player Max with a guy from Chicago named Bob Egan who used to play with Freakwater.
That's been the only change.
That's the only change, yeah.
Okay, because this guy, for some reason, was under the impression that there had been more changes in the band.
Well, I guess after AM was recorded, AM was recorded with a guitar player from the Bottle Rockets. And immediately after it was recorded, we started playing with Jay Bennett, who is our current guitar/piano player. So, well, I guess now with your busy schedule and the notoriety, that there will be no changes in the foreseeable future. You never know. I might fire myself. Just for the hell of it. Yeah. But the band is pretty solid. You guys are working well together, and there's not. Oh yeah, it's gotten a lot better than it was a year ago. That's for sure. I think definitely as consistent as we could ever hope to be right now. Can you come up with new material with this demanding a touring schedule? I do write on the road. I at least finish songs on the road. I tend to write a lot, so yeah, I guess so. I managed to figure out how to do it. And do you work on new material on the road as well? We did last year before we recorded Being There, but we've sworn off it because the songs that we played live last year were the hardest ones to record because we had too many preconceptions to get them right in the studio. Whereas, how would it be different? Whereas, the songs that we were happiest with, and recording-wise, were the ones that nobody besides myself had heard for, more than 5 minutes before we record them. Right. So I guess there has to be an element of spontaneity there, or else it just doesn't. It seems. That's just that's what I always look for in records, and I think that's in the end what we're looking for in our own records is the moments, the moments that you didn't expect, Are you still a big fan of music? Do you listen to other people's stuff very much, or are you more preoccupied with what you have to do? I still listen to a ton of music and buy a lot of records. Yeah. Like, for example, what have you been listening to recently? Most recently, today I was listening to Tony, and I didn't think it was that good though. Let's see. The Carole King box set. Just recently got that. The new Pavement record. Just tons of stuff. I don't know.
Do you get it on the radio, or do you people give you tapes or stuff? Or
just buy a lot of CDs mostly. I buy a lot of bootlegs too. Lately, I guess I've been listening to them more than anything.
Bootlegs.
Like bootlegs. Like live shows from Mott the Hoople and the Kinks and some Beatles demos from the White Album. White Album.
Boy, Jeff, home taping is killing the music industry.
Yeah, thank God.
You're an accessory.
Thank God.
This guy here.
I thought I was killing the music industry.
That's right. Yeah, you are too. This guy notes that your voice, or at least to his ears,
Can you hold on?
What's that?
Can you hold on a second?
Yeah, sure.
Hello? I think the next interview's calling me, so
okay.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, let me just. I got one last question here.
Okay.
Okay, this was about your voice. You said your voice has a certain sadness that reminds him of Nick Lowe, Bruce Cockburn, and John Lennon. Has it ever been
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, has it ever been described to you as sad or lonely sounding? Or?
All the time, and I wish there was something I could do about it.
but it's you, and you can't change. Also, this one last thing is, what about the mention of rock and roll in your lyrics? In Misunderstood, you say, if you still love rock and roll. In Sunken Treasure, you say, I was maimed by rock and roll, tamed by rock and roll, got my name from rock and roll. But what is rock and roll to you, the man asks?
Rock and roll is everything to me. I don't know. I guess apparently, on this record especially, I had been thinking about having spent my entire life doing this, being immersed in rock and roll and music in general, and wondering if it was a serious waste of time, because I was preparing to be a father, and curious if that was going to inhibit me from being a good dad, And in the end, I think that it is every bit as important as I always thought it was, and I can still be an okay dad.
Well, that's great. All right, Jeff. Well, you better get to your next interview. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk to you later then.
Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.